everybody. How y'all doing? All right, tonight I'm talking about restaurant etiquette. Hey Renee, how's my friend doing? I am just hanging out and just finished helping my mom and dad move to a new house, but she said I'm not allowed to show y'all yet. So that will be another Periscope for another time. So I'm just going to talk about restaurant etiquette because I want to continue on this series of having good manners. Anybody want to join me tonight? So hi there. I am here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Don't know where y'all are from, but we are minding our manners in Texas. So I hope you guys are doing that wherever you are also. So anyway, I'll introduce myself. I'm Trina Titus Lozano. I'm a counselor and an ordained Christian minister, and I do Periscope twice a day at noon and 9. And thank you, Wendy, for joining me. You are such a faithful Periscoper, and I just love that about you. So hi from California. Hey, Claire. I hope things are going well with you tonight. So, y'all, we really need to have good manners because good manners is really our expression of being kind and respecting others. And also, it's an element of social awareness. And we have really paid close attention this year to raising our emotional intelligence. You're glorious. Oh, perfect. Perfect, Sade. So thanks for joining me, even at Gloria's. That's awesome. So we want to pay attention to etiquette, and especially restaurant etiquette, because that's just being kind to those around us and being respectful, and that makes everything better for everyone that comes into contact with us. So keeping good manners is really all about kindness and respect. And when you have good social awareness, that raises your own emotional intelligence. So if you guys would like to learn more about emotional intelligence, I do have that on my website. So you could just search EQ at trinatituslozano.com. So y'all, first of all, thanks Wendy, whenever we are going to a restaurant and whenever you go to a restaurant, be sure to be aware of the attire. So if you're at a very casual restaurant, then, it's fine to be super casual. But if you're at a formal or dressy restaurant, you need to dress appropriately. So you want to go planning on looking nice because they have prepared a nice place for you and you want to go looking appropriately dressed for the location. And so it is always important to dress appropriately. So you want to dress appropriately to be appropriate for the type of dining that you're attending. So that's important to keep in mind so that you add to the atmosphere of the fine dining. So if it's fine dining, then you want to dress nice. And if it's casual dining, that's fine. You don't have to dress up for casual dining. But just be aware of the way that you look and the way you're dressed so that you do add positively to the atmosphere there. You also want to add positivity to the atmosphere in the restaurant. So whether you are in a fast food situation or you are in a fine dining situation or anything in between, be socially aware so that your attitude is positive and you are kind and you are nice and you are generous and you're showing respect to the people that are working hard around you. You are showing respect to the other guests and you're showing kindness. It's easy sometimes to get a real entitlement attitude when we eat out, like I'm paying for this, so serve me. And sometimes people become very demanding and very rude and feel entitled to be demanding and rude just because you're the customer and people are serving you and they should be serving you. But you don't want to do that. You don't ever want to change the atmosphere to being more negative as a result of you being there. So keep in mind and be socially aware to add positivity and graciousness to the atmosphere, whatever it is. Even if mistakes are made, even if your food isn't perfect, even if your order is late, all the more be gracious. Be gracious. That's right. Servers are people too. I've been a server before. And if y'all have ever been a server, it makes you even more aware of servers. It makes you a good tipper if you've ever relied on tips to make a living. So we always try to be really gracious and generous and kind when we're eating out so that we can add positivity to the atmosphere and bless other people as they're blessing and serving us. So that's super important. That is the best etiquette you can have. Then when you are doing sit-down dining, particularly if you have children, be really aware of the mess that you're making, the mess that they're making, that your family's making, because you never want to exit a restaurant where the servers and the owners, where you've destroyed any property. So be sure that you, keep things tidy, keep things neat, and don't destroy their property. Don't destroy their carpet. Accidents happen sometimes, but, don't just let your kids destroy the property of the restaurant, or destroy any property for that matter, but especially when you're in a dining situation. They might spill food here and there. They may throw food on the floor, especially if they're toddlers, but keep them from doing that. If they're throwing food on the floor, then don't give them any food, or just feed them so that they don't throw food on the floor. Or if they throw it on the floor, pick it up immediately. Don't just leave it on the floor. Don't step on it. Don't crunch those crackers into the carpet of the restaurant. You do want to be socially aware so that you're not destroying that property of the restaurant. I know I'm always the one too, Kim, crawling on the floor with a napkin, scooping up the mess. We do that too. We don't want people to dread us coming in, and we certainly don't want the workers to have to work extra hard after we leave. We want to teach our kids good manners while we're out, and it's not good manners to destroy property. So that's how come we just are extra careful, right? Crawling around on the floor. We do that too. But just attitude is everything. Now, when you are sitting down, a lot of times restaurants will roll the silverware, will roll the napkin, have the silverware inside. So as soon as you sit down, you'll want to unroll that and place your napkin in your lap, right away. And then just go ahead and set your silverware up in front of you so that you basically set your own table. You have your own place setting. And that way everyone, it's been a long week. Oh yeah, it has been. That way everyone, will know what silverware is theirs, what napkin is theirs, because you've already put your napkin on your lap and you can go ahead and assign it accordingly. I always use my beverage napkin, which will be a paper napkin, to remove my lipstick, so that my bright lipstick, which I always wear bright lipstick, so that doesn't ruin their napkins, because bright lipstick on a white cloth napkin, or even a gold cloth napkin, any cloth napkins, it might stain it. So I always be careful to remove my lipstick with a tissue from my purse, or a paper napkin of the beverage cocktail napkin. So that's just a tip to help preserve their property, because I think that's so important to just keep in mind. Also, be attentive. When you order, or when your waiter comes around, be ready to order. The quicker you order, the quicker they can serve you. And if you're not paying attention and you're not ready to order, or you're just kind of dilly-dallying around, don't make them just stand there and wait on you. If you're not ready, just say, I need a few more minutes, or I'm not quite ready, so that they can go do something else, because you're not the only table that they're serving. So really try to be socially aware, others oriented, and make the server's job easy, so that they really enjoy serving your table and they enjoy serving you. We always want to be ready and be prepared and be attentive. So if they ask you a question, be ready with an answer. When you order, be ready, be prepared to tell them how you want your meat cooked, to tell them what side dishes you want, so they're taking your order, be ready to give your order, because that's going to be the next step when you enter the restaurant. They're going to take your order. So know what you want. Think about it in advance, so that they don't have to wait a long time for you to figure out what you want. But then you can relax and enjoy your meal. If you're in a hurry, you'll want to tell them that in advance and just say, we're in a hurry tonight, so we don't want to rush you, but we're going to order right away, and then we'll need our check immediately after you bring our food, so we can go ahead and move on. They'll be happy to do that if you communicate it in advance. And if you don't communicate it in advance, then they might feel rushed, because they may think that you'll want to linger when you actually don't. So it's great to really communicate sort of your schedule as you sit down for your dining experience. And if you want to take a long time and just relax, let them know that too. We're here to enjoy this dining experience. We're gonna just relax. We're gonna take our time. So then that way they know they can relax when they serve you also. So I think that communication is really great restaurant etiquette. So really, you're really communicating with the server. If there's a problem and you feel like complaining, I would just recommend be cautious of who you complain to and how loud you complain, because you don't want to complain to the people who have no power. So you want to just complain to the management, but do it quietly, do it discreetly, so that you don't ruin the atmosphere for everyone around. And you want to be sure to be We're going to be here for a few hours. Can we take blankets? Oh my gosh, seriously, Wendy, isn't that the truth? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. But you know, you do. You want to just be so attentive. So if you're going to complain, you know, don't make your waiter or your server feel badly if your food is cooked incorrectly. You know, just send it back graciously and say, you know, that's okay, you know, and they'll be apologetic, but don't be rude about it. That's the bottom line of manners, is just to be kind and respectful. That's the point of manners. So just keep in mind, don't be rude. We just have to stop giving ourselves permission to be rude in any situation at any time. It is really bad manners and poor etiquette to ever be rude. And it's for sure really a bad example to your kids. So y'all keep that in mind also. But yeah, even if you're going to Starbucks, you know, be attentive. Even if it's a type of restaurant where they have internet, they expect you to stay and for the kids to play, maybe at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or anything like that. But be socially aware. If there's a lot of people coming and you've been there for a while, you know, scoot on your way so that other people can have a table or other people can play. So, you know, that's the basics of manners, is really just being others oriented and kindness. So, just wanted to remind you guys to have good manners as you're eating out, and help your kids have good manners. And you yourself, when you have good manners, that's going to change the atmosphere and make it better for everyone, for your date, if you're on a date, or for your family or anybody that you are dining out with. So y'all have a great dining experience, dressing appropriately and having a great attitude and ordering quickly and being attentive to everyone else. It does help when you compliment the server. We always do that. In fact, tonight we went out to dinner with my parents and some other friends, and my dad always says, "You are a great server. You do a great job." And we all took turns complimenting him at different times. Oh, do they? Yes, and we do. We talk to them by name too. And we also, that's true, Wendy, you just never know. We also will all introduce ourselves, you know, well, hey, I'm Trina. Well, I'm James. Well, you know, and sometimes that's kind of fun too, just to tell them, hey, we are paying attention to your name and you matter, you know, you do matter, and we appreciate what you're doing. So anyway, and it's just so worth it, and it changes the entire atmosphere of the restaurant when everyone has a good attitude. Also, be sure to not be intoxicated at any time. You know, I think that's a good reminder, even if it's a fine dining, especially when it's fine dining, and when you're out on a date night, don't let yourself get intoxicated, because again, that's not being others oriented, because then other people have to deal with you, and that's not nice. So you guys keep in mind your behavior as you step into the restaurant, and have great behavior all the way till you step out the door, so people can enjoy your company. It was funny because James and I just went on a cruise, and we went on a cruise with restaurant owners. In fact, that's so true, Wendy. With restaurant owners, the restaurant, the Costa Vida here in Colleyville, that we frequent quite often, three days a week. Sometimes we usually get a salad at Costa Vida. But you know, we just became such great customers that we ended up being great friends with the owners, and they invited us to go on a cruise with them and other Costa Vida owners. So you know, you just never know how you can bless other people by just simply having good manners and having good etiquette and appreciating them. You might even make new friends. So it's a great way to live, y'all, to just continue to take that kindness everywhere you go, especially in restaurants. So you guys, thanks so much for Periscoping with me, and I will be back tomorrow with Q&A. So anything you want to ask me, I'll be doing that at noon and 9 tomorrow, and then praying for you on Sunday. So y'all have a blessed rest of the night, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.